thought I was the cat then. I've just put my foot on the other dining chair. And it's not, because the cat usually sleeps on the chairs, right? You'll find just little hairs all on the chairs and you're bloody hoovering every day. How are you? I hope you're alright. You've had a nice day. I don't know if the lighting's a little bit off here, but see, if I open the curtain wide, does that look better? I don't know. I feel like sat here, it's quite hard to get that light balance with the light and that. But anyway, I'm sat at my dining table today, so yeah, put my feet up. Are you alright anyway? How you doing? I'm going to do a Q&A video today, so I always hate the sound of that Q&A, like I'm some fucking, do you know what I mean? It just feels a bit weird, but just sort of like a get to know me type thing. This was from Instagram a few weeks ago, so 21st of April actually, these were screenshots. So go get a drink if you are interested in any way, shape or form. I've got the house to myself for a bit. Well, it's not to myself, but it's quiet. It's very quiet at the minute, so yeah, I feel like maybe this ain't the right lighting, but we're going to go with it anyway. So yeah, go get a drink. If you do want to stick around, it is appreciated, as always. You know, I really appreciate you. And I've had quite a few new subscribers lately, so I've not long done my teeth as well. Have I got like white lips? Occasionally, before I go to work, I'll brush my teeth. Then do you know, if I go toilet a bit later on at work, I'll notice I've got white all around like the crusty bit of my lips. You know, like where it goes a bit crusty. Like, and you're chatting away and you've got toothpaste crust all going on. Do you know what I mean? Just quickly, I got a Vinted parcel. So these are my Pull & Bear jeans that I've been going on about for ages. Okay, I got my Vinted because every time I go in TK Maxx, I see them and they never look like they're gonna fit. They're just not my size at all. So yeah, I got some from Vinted. I was after a smell test with Vinted and they smell really, really nice. So, oh, I love them. I love them, look at them. They say Pull & Bear on the back. I always, keep that out. I always feel like Pull & Bear jeans look like they're going to be a nice pair of jeans. So look, I hope they fit. Do you think they're going to fit? They're quite nice, them. Do you think they'll fit? I mean, I can't bother to try them on right now, but let me do a neck test. See, you know, they don't look too bad. They smell unreal. Looked like I was smelling the crack then, didn't it? No, all right, just they smell really nice. They say petite. Petite! Didn't realise they were petite. There's nothing fucking petite about me. They're really nice though. Maybe that means like, yeah, they won't drag, because sometimes jeans drag. I'm 5'6". Sometimes it's really hard to find like the right length, the right fit, just everything with jeans. I really struggle, to be honest. But I really like that, and they do smell really nice. So I need to mark it as received, because I haven't marked it as received yet. I forgot about it. It was on my table. See, I'm on my night shifts at the minute, so I've got a few more to go. And then, oh, that's a nice top. This is what happens. I load up Vinted, right, and then I see loads of the dog's cleaning himself, if you can hear that. I see loads of things, you know, like on the recommended on Vinted. It's a nightmare, because then I'm like, oh, and before you know it, you spend 20 quid. So, amazing seller. Thank you. Really nice. Oh, bloody lovely. Anyway, right. Yeah, let's get on with these questions. I'm making homemade burgers today, so Tyler's going to help me later make some burgers. So, right, these questions, like I said, thank you for everyone that did ask a question, you know, like said anything, if you know, just like a get to know me kind of thing. I mean, you already know me. I do overshare and pretty much just chat shit. I can literally waffle on for ages about something, and it's, yeah, I can drone on. Do you work in care? I'm a fellow night worker too with mental health. So yeah, I work in a care setting, and yeah, you know, support the elderly. Yeah, I've done that most of my, you know, working adult life. I've done a lot of jobs really, to be honest, but now like that's what I do. So yeah, night shifts. I do 4 on, 4 off, and then 3 on, 3 off. Yeah, I don't even know. I just get my rotor and go with it. Do you know what I mean? It's the same pattern, but you know, I just turn up and yeah, you know, I just do it. But yeah, I do. I really enjoy it, and like I said, it's been what I've done for many years of my adult life. I've worked all sorts of jobs, from like a hairdressing Saturday girl, you know, and then I did a Thursday evening with that as well. I've done paper rounds, I've done waitressing, I've done hotel cleaning. So I've got my washer on if you can hear that. I used to do a lot of like, yeah, hotel cleaning and stuff like that, caravan cleaning. I've worked at like Haven and places like that. Yeah, so I've done like a bit of everything really. I did think before I went back into care, so I've been at this job 3 years this October, this one. So I've been in a few different, obviously, care jobs and stuff, but yeah, I did think before going back into care, did I want to do something completely new? And occasionally these thoughts come through now, so I'm like, do I want to work at a theme park? You know, do I want to, like, do you know what I mean? Do I want to work in a supermarket? But then some people can be so fucking miserable, you know, the amount of rudeness you see when you're in a queue waiting for your food to be scanned, your shopping to be scanned, the amount of rude people that are just awful to staff, you know, like it's that person's problem in particular that is just sat there scanning your shit, yeah, and they're so rude to them. You know, I have piped up a few times, but Steve, he always says to me, just don't fucking get involved, because sometimes I'm like, whoa, do you know what I mean? Like, so I probably wouldn't do that, even though I did think about it, because I'd lose my head so much, I'd just get sacked, or I'd just walk out, like, you know, not in a Rambo way, like, ooh, do you know what I mean? I don't mean like that. I just ain't got the patience for people's shit. So, yeah, like rude people in particular, really. So, yeah, but at the minute, working in care, and obviously I earn money doing YouTube as well, which I'm, you know, really grateful for. So, yeah, but I enjoy it. I enjoy doing it, and I prefer night shifts. I'll be honest, day shifts a bit manic for me. I did think about going to days because, you know, I like the thought of doing days for like sleep and feeling better in myself, and, you know, just coming home at a normal time and stuff like that. But then sometimes I'm like, I can't be bothered with like the hustle and bustle of, you know, doctors, families, everyone coming in, you know, district nurses, this, that and the other, and just all the manicness, the phones going, you got to ring this, you got to do this with a social worker, you got to do this, 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 this. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes I'm like, I just want an easy life. Do you know what I mean? Just want an easy life. So, yeah, I do prefer the night shift for that reason. Would you and Steve get married, as you are a beautiful family? Oh, thank you. Do you know what? I would love to get married. Steve was always like against marriage. He's sort of one of these that's like, no, I don't really feel the need to get married. Like, I love you to bits and that's everything. But he's slowly started to like say things about marriage and stuff. And do you know what I mean? So I'm just happy, you know, with me and my family. Like, I love Steve to bits, and, you know, if he never wanted to get married, then that would be okay with me, because like deep down I do want to get married. Like, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and say that I didn't want to get married, because I do. Like, it would just be amazing. I'd hire something out in like a big field. And do you know what? I'm so sad, right? So Steve went in the charity shop for me, and because I had my hands full and I'd been in twice already, so as I was walking out I seen something, and then I went back, and then it was just, I said, oh wait, do you mind going and getting this print for me, right? So he went in, but while he was in there was a guy, you know, like a busker, playing like really old songs, but on, I can't remember if it was a guitar or something like that, and I was just mesmerised, and I was like, oh my God. And when Steve come out, I said to him, I said, if we ever get married, I would love somebody like him. Like, if I was getting married soon and it was all like in motion, I would have gone up to him and said, literally, will you play at our wedding? You know, like, we'll pay you just to play, you know, just have him like greet people as they like come in, and he's just playing all this really nice music. And I'd have like rap songs that we've liked in the past, and R&B songs, and, you know, old like 80s songs as well. I'd have a right medley of music. It wouldn't just be like that, and I'd have it all done like on guitar and acoustic and stuff like that. It'd just be really, really nice. So yeah, I would love to, maybe one day. You never know what the future holds, but it's not something where I sit here and go, if I don't get married, like, that's it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love Steve to bits, and, you know, whatever he wants, you know. Can me and my mum be your friend genuinely, you slay? Do you know what? That is so nice, seriously. We are all friends, honestly. I appreciate, you know, everyone here in this online community where I just chat shit, show you me bits, tell you I've washed me flaps. Have a fucking good day. Let me coffee go cold again. How do you stay so positive? I'd be lying if I said that I'm positive all the time, believe me. Like, I'm not, I try to be though. Like, I think when I was younger, I was a bit more worried about, you know, a lot of things. And, you know, I'd get really stressed over something. Or, you know, if you felt like somebody was... If you felt like things were a bit one-sided, or you're worried about things, you know, within yourself, or, you know, you was having a bad day, or just everything, whether it be financial or just so many different things you could be so stressed about. And now I'm just like, what's the point? Like, what's not in my control? Like, let it go, because I can't control it. Like, what is the point? I cannot control it. If something's going to be, it's going to be. Things that I can control, you know, and my surroundings as well. Like, I'm surrounded by such nice people. So Steve... Oh, I couldn't ask for a better person, honestly. Like, I really do hope to marry him one day. But like I said, it's not something that, you know, is a deal breaker, because I'm in love with him, love him to bits, and, you know, I'm just happy he's in my life. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, he's so positive, so uplifting, and so, like, he doesn't give a shit what people say. And I'm like that as well. I could be having the most awful day, and Steve is so uplifting, and I try and uplift him as well. Do you know what I mean? And, you know, the kids, if they're having like a rough day, rough patch or whatever, you know, just all try and be like uplifting and lift each other up, and just know that, like, we've got each other. Do you know what I mean? And like, if it's about like worrying about, say, like the fear of judgment, if you like, I just don't care. Like, you could say the most hurtful things to me, and it's just words. To me, they're just words, like, whatever, you know. And particularly with things like online, like, if somebody online starts, like, you know, saying a load of shit, I wouldn't care. I don't look for it. I don't see it. I don't care. Like, I'm not, like, I'm just living my life. Like, you do you. If that's how you get your thrills, then, you know, you do you. Like, I know there's an inner part of you that's struggling. Do you know what I mean? And that's how you're projecting. Do you know what I mean? Like, you do you, and I hope you're okay. But yeah, it just doesn't bother me. Seriously, it does not bother me. And that's been a long time of, like, trying to rewire things, you know, and just realise that nothing is actually that deep. And I'm just grateful to be fucking living. Do you know what I mean? That sounds like deep, but nothing is that deep. Do you know what I mean? I'm just happy. Like, I used to pine over buying a house and things like that. Like, that'd be great one day. I'm not saying that's not something that I wouldn't ever do. You know, if I'm ever fortunate to do that, that would be amazing. But I used to, like, really want to buy a house, and now I'm like, do you know what I mean? All these things, it just, nothing matters. Like, nothing matters. As long as I'm happy, my family's happy, and I just don't care. Do you know what I mean? I don't care for negative shit, you know. I'm a grown ass adult, and I'm not in a playground. I'm not a child. I'm not bitter about other people. I'm not, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't care for it. So yeah, I just sort of put all of that in one big pot, and it just sort of helps me stay positive, if that makes sense. Does it even make sense? I don't know. I just feel like, why bother worrying about shit that there's no point in worrying about? Do you know what I mean? Like, what will be will be. If I can't control it, I'm certainly not stressing about it, you know. And yeah, it just sort of helps me through life, just not giving a fuck, just literally winging life and hoping for the best, and, you know, just enjoying it, because nothing matters. You know, we're all gonna die. We're literally on a fucking floating rock, and nothing matters. The thing is, yeah, I could be dead tomorrow. Do you think I give a shit what Christine on YouTube thinks about my outfit, or if I'm fat, or if I'm not looking after my kids the way she wants me to look after my kids? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, I just don't, I don't care for it, really. Like, I know I'm good, you know? So yeah, I think just, once you realise nothing is that deep, you know, and it's hard, it's a hard thing to, it's a long time to get to that place. For me anyway, it was a long time to get to that place. I used to always worry about what people thought, or, you know, used to stress about the littlest things, you know, and I just think nothing is that stressful. With kids as well, let kids be kids, you know, nothing is ever that stressful. Like, you've spilt a drink, great, like, let's clean it up. Do you know, things like that? Like, nothing is ever stressful, you know, just, you know, just chill, everything's fine. Yes, Faye, you are amazing, I love you. And so are you, I love you right back, seriously. And you've got two gorgeous boys, and I love seeing your posts on Instagram, and I think you're amazing. And yeah, and fucking great fashion sense as well. Really good fashion sense. I've got this on today and I think I'm well fashionable because I've got like this, it's like a see-through netted top. Have I had this undervest on for about 2 days? Yes. Are we judging? No. All right, because I ain't even got a bra and I'm just sort of swinging it. Winging it and swinging it in life, and my coffee's going cold. Oh, as well, if you can hear me gulping coffee, okay, somebody commented about gulping coffee before, and I'm like, I can't help the noise it makes. I haven't got a fancy microphone that's like intensifying it ASMR. I can't help. I'm just casually drinking a coffee. If we were sat together having a coffee, I wouldn't be able to stop it. I wouldn't be like, cover your ears. Do you know what I mean? I can't help it. I'm really sorry. Like, if you can hear this, stop it now. I've told you about it, so you're going to listen for it. I miss my mouth. How I miss my mouth, I don't know. Fave type of music. Do you know what? I'll be honest with you, I like everything. Anything and everything. So, literally, like, I always go back to the same stuff though, but I love everything from like bloody 50s to 80s to 70s to everything. Every year, like, I'll probably enjoy some sort of music from there, do you know what I mean? But I do edge more towards like, I am a clubland girl, okay? I am a clubland girl. But I do love rap, hip hop, you know, they're the sort of areas that I like to circle around, stick around. But yeah, I do love everything, but deep down, I am a clubland girl. Shooting Star. But one of my favourite songs is Plummet, Damage. Another one that proper takes me back that I've just started listening to, like, on repeat is, right, don't look at me a minute. Time stands still in my heart. I don't know where you are. Do you know that one? Shy now. Not a question, but please make cottage cheese bagels. They're fab and quite clean eating with high protein. Cottage cheese bagels. I've been having a lot of cottage cheese lately. Lidl's chive and onion one is so nice, honestly, and it's really low calories and high protein. Do you mean like just putting cottage cheese in a bagel? I don't really like bagels. I find them thick. They're really thick for me. They're quite, do you know what I mean? Chomping foam. I ain't a fan of bagels. If you had to choose one horror villain, who would it be? Close call for me with Art and Pinhead. Do you know what? Steve actually watched Terrifier very recently, and I was like, it's been too soon for me. See, I like horrors all year round. I watch them all year round. It's not just like a Halloween thing or anything. But yeah, he watched Art the other day, and I was like, no, I have to wait a fair few months to be watching, like, Art is good. I do like Terrifier. One horror villain. See, I don't know, because Freddy Krueger absolutely scared the shit out of me when I was a little girl, and I still have that thing, because I watched it on my own. I wasn't supposed to, but I watched the video on my own, and I wasn't supposed to. Also, Blade, but he's not necessarily a bad man, is there? Like, he's actually a nice guy, but Blade, that film scared me with the vampires, and I love vampires. Like, vampire films are like my favourite, and I'm thinking of getting like some sort of tattoo from like Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know, something like to finish this arm. I don't know. I don't know. I'd have to really think about that. Like, who would be? There's quite a few. There's so many horrors that I really, really like. So I'd really have to think about that. But yeah, I do like. I like both of them. How do you not have friends? You're so funny. I agree with cow shit. It is refreshing. So yeah, cow shit is unbelievably fresh. I love it. Especially, I've been doing these walks lately, like really long walks in the evening, and I've been loving the cow shit. Honestly, I'm like, I just feel like we're out in the open. It's fresh. Do you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, with friends, like, I've had friends. You know, I've had a lot of friends growing up and stuff. But I feel like in the last, God knows how many years, I'm just quite content. You know, I'm quite. Like, I don't know really. I just feel I'm quite, like, I know people and stuff, don't get me wrong, but like I just feel very content in how I am and where I'm at. Like, I don't really, do you know, it's going to sound so bad, but I just feel like my life at the minute as well is so busy. Sometimes, you know, with work and like my family and stuff like that, and even little things like having time to walk the dog, like, you've got to be able to do all these things, and with life just life, and I feel like I'd be terrible, because people would be like, oh, do you want to do this? I'd be like, if it's after 5 o'clock in the afternoon, it don't involve food, all right, then I'm probably not down. So yeah, I don't know, like, you know, I'm just quite content. There's no drama, there's no hassle, and even at this grand old age of 35, like, you can still get a lot of drama and stuff, and I'm quite happy and peaceful, you know, doing things how I am. But I love all of my online friends, and I just, yeah, I just, yeah, I don't know, really. What's your future goal you have with your family? So, just to, I don't know, really. That's a really shit answer, isn't it? I don't know. I'd obviously like another child, just to be there for my family and, you know, try and do the best for them. Like, I don't really know, you know, go on holidays and, obviously I'd like to move house. The other house that we moved into did not work out at all. I just feel like that house would have been perfect, but there were flaws. And also we didn't know about the parking situation when we moved in. So there was no parking, and there was a parking spot outside, and stupidly I didn't look. We'd signed everything, you know, we'd paid the fees and stuff like that. And I'm so stupid for this. And it was a disabled parking spot right outside the house, and I just thought it was a parking spot. Coming back to that house, you would have to park, I'm not even joking, about 4 streets away, you know, just to, you know, find something. And even then that was outside somebody else's house. Do you know what I mean? It was very chaotic. And I in the moment I was just like, yeah, we'd all have our own bedrooms. And, you know, it was a 5-bedroom, 5-bathroom house. And I was just like, yeah, sorted. You know, the kids are going to have their own stuff. I felt like I was on cloud 9 with it. But yeah, the more we just realised pretty soon on, like, that this is not working. And there's a lot more to that house that we didn't realise, you know what I mean? And yeah, it was pretty wild, but it would have been all right if certain things weren't. I rushed into that. There was a really bad move on my part, to be honest, because there was a lot of problems that were way out of our league to sort out. Do you know what I mean? Like, way out of our means. So, but anyway, I need to go get the kids' dinner done, so I'm going to do some homemade burgers. I thought I had an email then. Do some homemade burgers. I'm having chicken burgers, kids are having beef burgers. So anyway, yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Just like a get to know me chatty video. If you want to know anything, I'll do another one. Like, if you want to ask anything, I'd really appreciate it if you did, like, follow, you know, my Instagram, or just subscribe to my channel. You know, I really appreciate it. But yeah, have a nice evening. Don't let any dickheads get you down. You're absolutely amazing. I love you, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.